What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to my YouTube channel. And today I'm going to share with you a very powerful trendline strategy. Now, I know you probably see headlines and titles with the most powerful trendline strategy. I'm not going to share a full-blown strategy. I'm going to share with you how you can use this effectively in your own personal strategy to add confidence to your trade ideas. This is very simple, very powerful. And if you're looking to simplify your trading and streamline your process and identify consistent patterns so that you can execute with confidence, then stay right to the end. What we're going to first look at here is Euro USD. Now, I'm going to take a sell on Euro USD just to make sure that I can illustrate this live. And we are going to enter the position here. Let's just set this up with a stop loss above this area for around 5 pips. Let me just make sure I get this in for 5 pips. And the reason we're doing this, hold on. And the reason we're doing this, guys, is because I want to show you that whether this trade wins or loses is besides the point. I want to share with you why this is going to be a very powerful lesson for you. Okay. Here you can see that price has been pushing bullish for a very long period of time. You can see this on the hourly time frame. So I trade the hourly 1 minute, okay? And price has been pushing for a very long time. If we go over to Aussie dollar USD here, we can see the same thing. Price has been pushing for a very long period of time. And if we go over to gold here, we can see price has been pushing for a very long period of time, okay? Creating this uptrend, higher highs and higher lows. Now, what does this illustrate to us? Well, first and foremost, this illustrates to us that USD is showing signs of weakness on the way up. Now, if I go over to Aussie dollar USD, you can see here that short term, the last 2 hours, we have an indicator illustrating to us that USD is strengthening. Okay. Over here on gold, we have 2 hours worth of information to illustrate to us that gold is strengthening. So that being said, I want to take that idea across the board to a pair that I trade, which is Euro USD, and I want to trade this with the same idea. Now, what am I getting from this market? Well, I'm identifying that price has been pushing bullish for a very long period of time. I'm identifying that price is failing to break the structural highs. So that indicates to us that the bullish depletion is evident. And I'm now seeing that Aussie dollar USD going bearish and gold going bearish is illustrating short-term USD strength, or if you want to even simplify this, a strong push phase and a pullback, a strong push phase and a pullback. And here we have an illustration of a strong push phase in anticipation of a pullback. So how does this relate to trendline trading? Well, you can see here on the way up, we have many higher highs and higher lows. We have areas in the market where price is failing to break the structural lows. And we have also that same pattern here where price is failing to break the structural lows. But the difference now is that as price is trying to push bullish, it's failing and continuing to fail. Now we have to ask the question, why is it continuing to fail? Well, in its simplest form, price has been pushing for a very long period of time without a pullback. So now it's evident that the market is due to pull back. So what am I looking for? Well, every trading opportunity that you could have taken on the way up based on this trend line has always come back to or near this area. Let me put this on for a second. Back to this area. Okay. So if I can identify that the overall sentiment of the market is illustrating USD weakness, which I've seen on Euro USD, Aussie dollar USD, and gold, I've also seen evidence that price is making higher highs and higher lows, which is an illustration of that bullish sentiment. Based on how I trade and my strategy, 2-candle theory, if a candle closes bullish, the next candle will be bullish. It means I'm buying. And plus, the evidence of the higher highs and higher lows and price coming back to this trend line means that at any given time that price comes close to or retests this level, I have a trading opportunity. Here, 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 double bottom here, and then you give up after the double bottom. The reason you give up after the double bottom and the failure to break on 2 occasions is because there's evidence of that depletion in that bullish sentiment. Okay. Now, notice that when I'm sharing this strategy with you, I'm not saying that you need to look for 2 touch points. I'm not saying to you that you need price to come back, retest it, create an indecision candle, then a pin bar, then a bullish engulfing candle. I'm saying that when you incorporate this trend line or brick wall, whatever you like to call it, we are identifying that price is moving firmly in this bullish direction. And because it's creating higher highs and higher lows, this brick wall trend line where it keeps coming back to, it continues to respect. Meaning that when it comes there, the closer it is, the better your stop loss is going to be because you can then put your stop loss behind this trend line as insurance that if price is to break it, then in actual fact, this bullish sentiment is depleted. Now, that doesn't give you the answer as to why I've taken the sells here. But if you see for the first time in, let's see here now, oh, this goes all the way back. But let's say from the point of our crosshairs, 1, 2, 3, the last 4 hours, price has never broken it. Now, all of a sudden, we have not only have price failing to break the structural highs, but we have price breaking the structural highs, failing to break the structural highs, breaking the trend line, coming back to retest the high where it's failing to break, and now from across the board, identifying USD strength, we know that there's a much higher chance that this continues bearish than it does bullish. And that's why we're executing the trade. If we go over to Aussie dollar USD, you'll see the exact same thing. But in this case, this did move down first. Price is trading above the trend line. So all of these areas here where price comes back to, let's not even use the second one, right? Let's use the third one here. The range is so small, but here we go. 2 pips, 2 pips, 2 pips. Even here, you could take it as long as your stop loss is below this level. Here, you can take it as long as your stop loss is below the level. Here, you could take it as long as your stop loss is below the level. Very simple. Now, if we look at this illustration, we can see that price is failing to break the structural highs. We have a consolidation that has formed where we're failing to break the lows and the highs. And then we have a shift in this direction where price is creating lower lows and lower highs, now creating what we'd like to see as a new downtrend and a tradable opportunity here. If you're break and retest, this will be an added confluence for another trade idea back to the downside. That simple. And guys, if you use this in line with your trading concept, then I can promise you, you will find much higher probability trading setups. As long as price comes close to your trend line and or brick wall, and you have your stop loss below that level, and there is a shift in momentum and behavior across the board, illustrating in this instance short-term USD strength, this becomes a high probability trading setup. And what are you looking for? You are simply just looking for price to create V shapes to the upside in an uptrend. And then in a downtrend, you are looking for upside down V shapes. If the pattern presents itself as clearly as a higher low, double bottom, triple bottom, higher low, whatever it may be, then this becomes tradable opportunities. And don't worry about perfect candle closes, pin bars, indecision candles, etc., etc. Just learn to press the button when price gets there. Okay? You could even shift this over until it fully breaks. Bear this in mind, guys. Super powerful, and I hope you find it useful. Until the next video, take care.